Welcome back. Jamaica is currently undergoing a $1 trillion reconstruction. And whether people realize it or not, the country is changing rapidly. All that noise taking place in Parliament over Naira, that's what I call a $1 trillion effect in action. Most people look at Jamaica and they see highways, cranes, hotels, and construction sites. But as a marketer, I see gaps in the market. And so today, I am sharing 10 of the most powerful business opportunities in Jamaica right now, ranked from the strongest and least saturated to the most scalable. These are not just hustles, my friends. These are future industries. Some barely exist in Jamaica. Some can scale island-wide. And one of them could completely change your life if you execute early enough. So, why don't you subscribe? Because on this channel, we are not just talking about Jamaica. We are building Jamaica together. Jamaica is currently navigating a massive economic pivot. Despite the recent climate challenges, the island just closed 2025 with a record $3.49 billion US. And they are aiming for 8 million visitors and 10 billion in earnings by 2020. The old way of doing business, waiting for foot traffic in a physical shop, is dying in Jamaica. The new way belongs to those solving modern problems with technology, automation, and logistics. So, here are the top 10 opportunities for 2026, ranked by scalability and market data. Number 1, I call this the silver economy, smart elder care tech. This may become one of the biggest untapped industries in Jamaica over the next decade. You see, a significant portion of the $3.49 billion sent to Jamaica in 2025 is what I call survival capital, sent by the diaspora to aging parents. Thousands of Jamaicans abroad in Canada, the United States, and the UK send money home every month to support aging parents. But here's the problem. Nobody is solving properly. They cannot monitor their parents in real time. They worry constantly. Did mom take her medication? Did dad had a fall? Is anyone checking on them? The fear is worth billions globally. And so, the person who builds Jamaica's first scalable smart elder monitoring network could dominate an entirely new industry. The business model is simple but powerful. Here is what you do. You install smart pill dispensers, motion sensors, fall detection devices, emergency panic systems, and of course, AI wellness tracking into seniors' homes. Families abroad receive monthly wellness reports, emergency alerts, and live updates through an app or a dashboard. You're not opening another nursing home. You are building Jamaica's first care tech infrastructure. You see, the beauty of this model is the scalability. 2 trained technicians can monitor hundreds of homes remotely. What about the startup capital? It will take approximately 1.5 to 4 million Jamaican dollars depending on equipment scale. Where would you source the equipment? You can get them through China suppliers like Alibaba, Amazon Business, Canadian medical suppliers, Samsung Smart Things Systems, Ring Devices, Apple Health integrations. How about training? for setting up this business. You will need basic networking, smart home installation, and elder care sensitivity training. That's all you need. And many certificates are available online through Coursera, Google, and of course, Cisco. The potential revenue? Anywhere between $100 to $250 monthly per household. With 300 homes, you could build a multi-million-dollar recurring and growing business. Imagine getting paid every month simply for giving peace of mind to Jamaicans overseas. Number 2, this is what I call Drone Agriculture and Mapping Command Center. This business could explode faster than almost anything on this list because it solves a labor crisis instantly. Jamaica loses approximately $7 billion annually, that's Jamaican dollars, due to agricultural inefficiencies and labor shortages. Traditional land surveying takes weeks. Manual crop spraying is uneven and slow. Right now, many Jamaican farmers still spray crops manually. Land surveying can take days. Construction inspections take weeks, but one drone operation can do the work of an entire crew within hours. You're not selling drones. You are selling speed, and speed is money. You become the eyes in the sky for farmers, developers, mining companies, resorts, and government projects. What will your services include? Crop spraying, thermal inspections, flood mapping, construction progress videos, land surveys, real estate, visuals, roof inspections, disaster assessments. The real money is not even in what you will be doing for farming. The biggest profits may come from luxury real estate developers and infrastructure companies wanting cinematic aerial progress reports. What about the startup capital? It will cost you anywhere between 2 to 8 million Jamaican dollars, depending on drone quality. And the equipment you will need is DJI Agras drones, DJI Mavic Enterprise, mapping software, batteries, solar charging systems. That's the equipment you'll basically need. And the training, you will need drone pilot certification, GIS mapping courses, and videographic training. The potential revenue, 50 to 150,000 Jamaican dollars daily for large projects. Now, why do I think this will work? Jamaica has difficult terrain, labor shortages, and increasing infrastructure investment. Drones compress time dramatically. One drone operator may soon replace entire field crews in Jamaica. Number 3, nearshore AI operations. Jamaica's digital export economy is wide. This opportunity is almost invisible right now, which is why it's good time to get into this. Silicon Valley companies are desperate for English-speaking workers who can train AI systems, review content, label data, moderate systems, and handle customer support. Jamaica has the language advantage. What you will do, you create small AI work hubs, employing young Jamaicans remotely for overseas tech contracts. And so what you're doing is that you're exporting intelligence instead of exporting labor. This could become Jamaica's next BPO revolution. but smarter. The startup costs is very low actually, as low as 500 to 2 million Jamaican dollars. Yes, only that, 500,000 to 2 million Jamaican dollars. What will you require? Reliable internet backup, backup power that is, laptops, and AI workflow training. Where could you get these trainings? Google Career certificates, Microsoft AI skills, Coursera, OpenAI tools training. These are all available online as well. Revenue, anywhere between 5,000 to 20,000 US dollar monthly, depending on the contract. Why do I believe this is a winner? It's paid in US dollars, right? Low local overhead cost, but high scalability. Think about it. Why should India compete or dominate AI outsourcing when Jamaica speaks the world's language already? Jamaica is an English-speaking country. Anyway, let's move to number 3. This is what I call mobile EV charge and rescue. This business barely exists in Jamaica right now. Yet electric vehicles are increasing and charging stations are still limited outside major areas. And that creates fear, right? There's something called range anxiety. Now, imagine a roadside emergency service for dead electric vehicles. You operate a fleet of mobile fast charging rescue vans. Someone's electric car dies on Highway 2000 or in rural St. Anne. You become the hero. You're not towing cars. You are restoring movement. That's how you need to look at it. How about the startup costs? This will cost you anywhere between 3 to 10 million Jamaican dollars. Equipment you will need: mobile charging systems, battery packs, and service vans. The potential revenue, you can earn anywhere from 15,000 to 25,000 Jamaican dollars per rescue, plus membership fees. Of course, you're going to charge membership fees. I believe the first person to own Jamaica's EV rescue network could dominate the future roadside industry. Number 5, I call this the mobile cold chain logistics. Right now, huge amounts of Jamaican produce spoil before export. That loss is money. You become then the bridge between farms and ports, using refrigerated logistics. Yes, that's what you'll be using. And this business solves one of Jamaica's biggest agricultural weaknesses, which is preservation. What will you provide? Cold storage, transport, export, coordination, cooperative, subscriptions. That's what I would suggest you name it. How about the startup costs? Anywhere between 5 million to 20 million Jamaican dollars. Where would you source this? Things that you need: refrigerated vans from China, solar cooling systems, leasing companies. That's where you get your solar cooling systems. The revenue, anywhere between 500,000 to 1.2 million Jamaican dollars monthly. Why would this work? Farmers lose less produce with this system in place. Exporters gain reliability, and hotels gain stable supply change. Stable supply for the hotel chain. Here again, you are not selling vegetables. You are selling time, my friends. That's what you're doing. Number 6, digital nomad hillside communities. This may become one of the most profitable long-term real estate plays in Jamaica right now. Remote work is still being done around the world. People are still fleeing cities. They want nature, they want internet, they want peace, and and they want beauty. Places like Portland and St. Elizabeth, yes, I know you're covering, are becoming global lifestyle destinations. Ecotourism. So what you do, you create modern co-living communities with Starlink internet solar backup, creative spaces and wellness environment. You're not creating an Airbnb, you're creating a community hub, right? You are selling escape. That's what you're selling, escape from the large metropolitan cities. Your startup costs, highly flexible depending on land ownership, but your revenue can be anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 monthly per resident. Why would this win? It's happening over the world. Global remote work is permanent right now. Yes, there are still people working remotely from all different parts of the world. Yes, there's a call to come back into office throughout the world, in North America and so on, but the demand is still out there. People are now willing to pay in US dollars just to experience peace. And that's what you're providing. Number 7, AI tax and GC to compliance automation. This is one of the smartest quiet money opportunities on the list. Jamaica's tax systems are becoming more digital and more aggressive. Many businesses are overwhelmed with compliance or the need to be compliant. And so what do? You create AI-powered bookkeeping and tax automation services for small businesses. And so you become the stress remover out of the compliance business. Here's what you will do. Receipt scanning, AI bookkeeping, automated GCT preparation, dashboard reporting. That's what you will be providing. And what your startup cost looks like, very low. Mostly software subscriptions and training, very low. Your potential revenue, recurring monthly from subscriptions from hundreds of businesses wanting to get out of that rut. White wins. Every business hates paperwork. The future accountant may not be a person. It may be an AI system. Number 8, real estate intelligence and land verification agency. That's what you will become. The diaspora are terrified of fraud, those who are seeking to buy properties. And so you solve that fear using what? Data. You create verified land intelligence reports, combing title verification, looking at flood risk, using satellite imagery to show zoning information, and of course developmental potential, or development potential I should say. So what you're selling is called certainty. Your startup cost, very moderate. Your revenue, anywhere between $500 to $2,000 per report. You are selling certainty. You see, in Jamaica, information may soon become more valuable than the land itself. Information is so needed in Jamaica about property and land purchases. Number 9, battery storage and energy security hubs. Energy costs remain one of Jamaica's biggest business problems. Hotels, factories, and warehouses desperately want energy stability. So what do? You lease battery backup systems to businesses. Not everyone can afford a $10 million solar setup up front, but they can afford monthly energy security. Now, the startup costs is a high capital business, but the potential revenue is over 200,000 to 500,000 Jamaican dollars monthly per commercial client. You see, the next generation of Jamaican wealth may come from owning electricity itself. Jamaica needs electricity investment in a way that is natural. Number 10, telemedicine, confidence booth. This idea might sound futuristic, but it is closer than you think. How about AI-powered medical kiosks inside tourist areas, airports, business districts, and rural communities? Instant vitals, remote doctor consultations, AI symptom screening, AI symptom screening. This combines healthcare, tourism, and technology. Admittedly, the startup cost is moderately high, or moderate to high, I should say. And the revenue would depend on your session fees plus resort contracts. You can work that out. The future clinic may fit inside a booth. And here is a bonus opportunity. How about Jamaica's first vertical farming network? This is a bonus for you. This is the one almost nobody is paying attention to. Jamaica imports massive amounts of food every year, while land becomes more expensive and weather becomes less predictable. Our weather is becoming less predictable. And so vertical farming changes everything. You grow lettuce, herbs, strawberries, and vegetables indoors using LED systems, hydroponics, and climate-controlled environments. No drought, no hurricanes, no traditional farming limitations. Hurricane comes, you're still farming, you're still supplying. And hotels will pay premium prices for guaranteed fresh produce. Your startup costs anywhere between 3 million to 15 million Jamaican dollars depending on scale. The training, you will need hydroponics courses, some YouTube education, agricultural tech certifications, and that's all you will need. Now, why it could scale fast? Hotels, supermarkets, restaurants, exports, schools, they all need fresh produce right throughout the year. Hurricane or no hurricane, they need produce. The future Jamaican farmer may never touch soil again. Think about it. The future Jamaican farmer may never have to touch the soil. So, here's the thing. If you try to build a business in Jamaica using old methods, you may struggle because the world has changed. Labor shortages are real. Technology is accelerating. Customers now pay for speed, convenience, certainty, automation, and peace of mind. Amazon, did anyone say? Here's the thing. The people who build for the future, the people who solve modern problems, may become the next generation of Jamaican wealth creators. Friends, the money is no longer just in the doing. The money is in the solving. And so, no matter where you are in the world, Jamaica needs your vision, your talent, and your voice. Keep believing in Jamaica, because the greatest days of this island are still ahead. Until next time, this has been Dear Jamaica, We Need to Talk. And here we don't just talk about problem, we talk about solutions. One island, one people, one future, building the Jamaica. Until next time, see you then.